Hello, fellow collaborators, and welcome to the Work Together Better podcast. This is Three Will's official podcast about enterprise collaboration. We cover the people, process, and technology that combine to help organizations work together better. In this podcast, Danny Ryan talks with Brandon Holloway about how he tests Jive to Office 365 migrations. They discuss using both Whitebox and Blackbox testing to ensure a successful migration. If you enjoyed this production, check out our website, threewill.com. That's THREEWILL.com. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Danny Ryan, and this is the Work Together Better podcast. Today I have Brandon Holloway here with me, and he is the master tester. What should I call you? The man behind, the man with the plan for testing.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that, as long as it doesn't make Lisa mad.
Yeah, there you go. I just wanted to talk to you real quickly here. I know you're on a project right now where you're helping out with an effort that's where we're migrating a customer from Jive over to Office 365. So I was just interested to hear from you. What types of testing you're doing? What are you doing? Just what does that look like, and how are you involved, and what are you doing as a project member for the project that you're currently on?
Well, there's kind of two parts to it right now. One part is testing the tool itself. It's still kind of in the early stages of us doing migrations, and the tool is constantly being kind of worked on and fixed and updated. So if we want to pull in different types of content or change the way we do downloads or uploads, things like that, I have to go in there and test the tool's capability to do those things. But of course, on the other side of that, there's also testing the actual migrations themselves. So it's basically how I do that is, first we got to download all the content from Jive, right?
Yep.
And we got all the files, all the binary files, all the places, the accounts, the people, all that information that we got, we have into a database. So once we run those downloads, basically there's a bunch of log files output that comes out of that, and I kind of test against that. I make sure that there's no errors and kind of spot check place counts, people counts, different things like that in Jive versus what's in the database. And just make sure our counts look right. And after we have everything that we need, then comes the upload. And that is a little bit more in depth, I guess. This when we're pushing it out to SharePoint, the process usually takes longer. We're running more batch files. The groups from Jive they go over to SharePoint as subsites. So what we'll do is kind of group them in different waves. So if we have a wave of 50 places or 50 groups, we'll split that into 5 batches of 10. So it's going to take a while to upload all that content. And as that's happening, we have different spreadsheets that kind of take the output and compare counts and make sure that we're not running into errors and things like that. And we have a run book where we keep up with our progress so we can all work on it at the same time, because there's lots and lots of batch files that need to run to get all of our data over into SharePoint. So really kind of high level overall, it's more of a back end type testing that I'm used to.
Yeah.
I get to deal with SQL, get in the database, run queries, and all that kind of stuff, which I kind of like doing that kind of stuff. I don't get to do a lot of that.
And that sounds like the difference between Whitebox testing and Blackbox testing. That sounds like sort of classic Whitebox testing, which is where you're testing the internal, how something works, the workings of an application internally. Than it is Blackbox, where you're just sort of you're looking at the beginning product, and the end you don't really know what's happening in the middle.
Right.
Sounds like
right,
yeah.
I would definitely agree with that. It's not just looking at a nice pretty UI from the front end like the customers will be seeing. It's more in the back end Whitebox. So I definitely agree with that.
And then do you I guess, are there, it sounds like with the tooling itself, one is I'm happy you're on the project. I know Lisa's been involved with some of the other projects as well. We've been doing this for, we're probably over 5, 6, 7 years that we've been working with the tooling. I think we've just been fortunate where we've been able to pull you on to a project like this. And with that, I think it's great to sort of see how you're attacking it. Anything? Are you also sort of are you looking at this where you're looking at the initial Jive, everything that's in Jive, and sort of just looking to make sure that everything moves over? You're sort of doing it at a high level where you're doing just making sure that doing sort of, I guess, more traditional black box types of testing. Are you doing that as well?
Yeah, of course. That's certainly part of it.
Yeah.
Taking what we have in Jive and then looking over what it translates to in SharePoint and making sure all of our, like the different binary files, like the larger ones, you want to definitely check some of the larger videos and things like that, make sure, because they kind of upload in pieces. So you want to make sure they still play in SharePoint, things like that. So
gotcha.
There's definitely some front end black box testing going on there as well.
Are there, is there any, I guess we're making some changes to the tooling. Are those new content types that we're adding?
Well, I know in particular, like we started pulling in, Jive votes.
Okay. Yeah, that's a new one. We haven't done that before.
Right, and there was even a issue there where we were only pulling in up to 25 Jive votes, and Chris actually noticed this. So that's a lot of the testing, a lot of the finding things is just kind of purely by accident. But
serendipitous testing.
Yeah. We call it exploratory testing. So
there you go.
Explore and see what you find. But yeah, so there had to be some tweaks made there, and then we rerun the test and we see that we're pulling in more votes and things like that. So there's a lot to it, but it's definitely something new and exciting for me. I know you said we've been doing it for a while, but I haven't been on migrations that long, and I'm definitely learning new things every day.
So you're enjoying it's a different type of project. You're enjoying it though.
Yes, definitely.
Good. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Well, I appreciate you taking time to do this and growing and learning and going after it and applying what you already know to this new project type for you. And I appreciate you giving us the update today. Thanks everybody for listening, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.